Hello dear students, I'm Pauline ma'am here and I've come up with yet another presentation on story sums related to addition, subtraction and multiplication together, and it is meant for grade 4 and 5. In my previous 3 presentations, y'all have watched the story sums, how to solve the story sums related to addition, then subtraction and multiplication separately. Now in today's topic, we are going to deal with all these three topics together. Like if they are given together, how to understand the thin line of difference between the three. Alright, so we are going to deal with that particular problem which you all face normally. How to understand which action to be chosen. So let's start with our few examples over here. The first example over here, my dear students, is in a school there are 2,345 boys and 2,214 girls. Now, what we have to find out? The question demands, find the total number of students in the school. Well, you have to put on your thinking cap and start thinking regarding the action. If we have to find the total number, okay, the total number of students, then what is the action we need here, children? Yes, it is the action of addition. Alright, so that's how we will decide the action in every story sum. Now let's quickly check out the second example to find the difference between the two. The second example reads out like this. The total number of students in a school are 23,456. Out of them, 17,890 students are boys. So we need to find the number of girl students studying in that school. Alright, so again we have to start deciding upon the action. And here the action is subtraction. And why it is so? Because here the total number of students is already given over here, 23,456. And out of them, 17,890 students are boys. So, if we reduce the number of boys from the total number, the remainder would be the number of girl students in the school. So, did you understand the difference between addition and subtraction? Here we are calculating the total number of students, and here the total number of students are given and the number of boys are mentioned, but the number of girls we had to find out. So we chose the action of subtraction to find out the remainder, because number of boys are already mentioned and the total number of students are also mentioned here. Alright, now let's see the next example. The next example states here that there are 12,945 students studying in one school in Siliguri. In one particular school in Siliguri, there are 12,945 students. Now we need to find out how many students will be there in 12 such schools. So children, the first thing that we need to do is we have to understand it properly. So we need to think. If in one school there are 12,945 students, then obviously in 12 schools it will be many more than this number. So we have two options. Option number 1, we keep on adding this number 12 times to get the result, or else we skip the repeated addition action by a simple step of multiplication. Yes, that's correct. So did you find the difference between the three questions, my dear children? In the first, we had to find the total number of students. In the second, we had to find out only one particular type of students. So we did the action of subtraction. Whereas in the third, we had to multiply it 12 times. Alright. To understand it better, children, I have few more examples for you. Example number 4. Rohan has 245 apples. Raju has 340 apples and Rima has 460 apples. Find the total number of apples they have all together. So you see the word here all together, it tells us regarding the action which we have to choose. So children, start thinking about the action because here in the question it states find the total number of apples all together. Okay, so these two words will help us to decide upon the action. And yes, the action here will be addition. Next question. Rohan had 3,400 apples. He gave 2,630 apples to his sister. Find how many apples are left with him now. Okay, so here you see Rohan had altogether so many apples. From here he shared 2,630 apples with his sister. So the number has reduced, he has given it out, he has shared it. So definitely what should be my action over here, children? Yes, the action to be done over here or worked out over here is of subtraction. Now let's check out the next example. Rohan has 4,620 apples in a box. In one box, Rohan has 4,620 apples. Now, he has 13 such boxes, children. Alright, like this kind of box full of 4,620 apples, he has that kind 13 boxes. Now, we have to find out how many apples does he have all together. Okay, now we have to calculate all together how many apples he has. So, we cannot go adding 4,620 13 times. And to reduce that action of repeatedly adding the same number, we choose the action of multiplication. So here you see, children, in this particular presentation, I tried to bring it forth the normal misconception what the students go through. Okay, between the addition story sums, subtraction story sums and the multiplication story sums. I hope this presentation will guide you to solve the story sums in a better way and understand the story sums in a better manner. I hope you liked the presentation and enjoyed it. I want all of you to solve the 6 questions which have been shared with you in this presentation. Thank you.